Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of Man once again, and today we are doing another manga review. Now today we are going to be reviewing Ojojojo volumes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, which is the whole series. Now this is all written by Coolkyousinnjya, which is the creator of Dragon Maid, and he also has another series in English called Mononoke Sharing, which is quite cool. I do own that one as well, so I will end up reading it at some point. But yeah, let's talk about Ojojojo. So this is like I said, written by Coolkyousinnjya, and it's published by 7 Seas, as you guys can see right there. And as you guys can obviously tell, this is one of their oversized volumes. Now I don't know why exactly this is. The other one by Coolkyousinnjya is also in this oversized style. But then everything from Dragon Maid is in the modern, like, small one, like you guys can see over there. So, I don't know why they decided to change the, the sizing across the different series of the author. But it doesn't really matter. It's nice. I really do enjoy this. And in fact, since this is a 4 coma, it's actually quite nice that it's actually this large. Because it, like, allows it to be easier to be read, right? So, that's pretty cool. Demographic-wise, this is a seinen. I'm not exactly sure what magazine it was in or exactly why it's seinen, but I think it's just because the mangaka just happens to work for a magazine that, you know, is labeled as seinen. So there you go. Now, genre-wise, this is a rom-com, slice of life, and like I said earlier, this is a type of 4 coma, which isn't really a genre. It's more like a style, I guess. It would be kind of like saying book and novella. They're like technically the same thing, but a novella is a shorter one and a 4 coma is like a different style or structured type of manga. So yeah. Adaptations wise, I do not think this has an adaptation, although it would be a really nice like single core series. Like it would just be really cute. And it would just, I think it would be really nice as a 12 episode anime. But yeah, so the premise here is basically that this rich Harris girl and this weird boy over here, basically are dealing with loneliness due to their specific circumstances. Or, you know, female character is rich and she's basically out of touch with people because she lives in such a different way from everyone else. And she, you know, essentially like leaned into the whole like Ojo-sama type of thing and like being, you know, super like full of herself to kind of help her deal with the fact that she was alone. And you know, it's a very interesting kind of like thing there. And the male character in the opposite direction is rather poor, and he is lonely because he basically just doesn't have the ability to connect with people. And it's a very interesting kind of thing that happens. And obviously, as they are dealing with loneliness alone, they come in contact with each other at school and end up, you know, connecting and developing something romantic between them. And I think it's a very cute story. I really do enjoy it because it's just a really nice kind of like coming of age, romance blooming type of story with a little bit of sprinkled in, you know, high school hijinks. And it's just so cute. I really did enjoy it. It was very nice. So yeah. Now, let's just jump into the review here. The plotline is good. It's really cute and straightforward. And the story does have some mild twist here and there every once in a while to just kind of like add some different dynamics to the story, and I really do enjoy that. I think it's really cool. This was played really straight and, you know, traditionally, like how you would expect it to go, with those little twists adding some variety and some much needed like seasoning to the story, if that's like a good metaphor, I guess, or like a simile. I don't know what the right word is, but basically it's like it's just really enjoyable. Each volume basically deals with a certain aspect. I think the first 2 volumes deal with the first year of high school, and then the 3rd and 4th are more like a time skip happens. There's a bit of an introduction with the main character's little sister, some other guy, and then we kind of have like them living as adults, which I think is really nice. Usually we don't really end up seeing the, you know, result of the rom-com. We only see like, okay, they decided to be together, or in many cases, if we're looking at harem rom-coms, we don't even get to see that. And then, you know, the story ends and we never get any closure on the story. This one offers quite a bit of that, and I'm really happy with how it worked. But yeah, there's a very interesting kind of a backstory to the main characters that I really find enjoyable. And I really enjoy how the plotline focuses on Haru and Kawayanagi, the two main characters, very, very specifically, and only throws in the side characters as a way to help build the main characters' story and relationship, which is cool. We really don't have this issue where, like, you introduce a giant cast and then you have to, like, spend time exploring all the other ones before you get back to the main character. I think that's really good. And I love that this isn't in any way a harem story or anything like that. There's a bit of a love triangle situation that happens quite a few times, but it's like quickly resolved and like moved on from, and it's more like just for these small comedic elements of like, oh my god, this other girl likes this guy and stuff like that. So, you know, overall the plotline is very enjoyable. It's not anything crazy like in terms of like originality, but it's very cute, and I really did enjoy it quite a lot. Characters wise, very fun. I mean, Haru, who is the main character, the female character, is basically, like I said, like a stuck-up princess, a rich girl. I think the Japanese character archetype is Ojo-sama, or maybe it's Hime. I'm not really sure, but she does a thing where she like holds her hand in front of her mouth and like does a crazy laugh, which I think is really cute. And she ends up being a very like good person, and under this like facade that she puts up. And I just really enjoy that exploration of that sort of like cold, callous individual not being cold and callous, but rather doing this, you know, act to protect themselves from, you know, the fact that they're lonely. And I thought that was a really good exploration of character. And it's very interesting that it was done so well in something that is, you know, only four comic sections long, 4 comic panels long at a time. So that was really good. Kawayanagi is the cool main character. He's really quiet. He kind of reminds me of like a kudere character, like, you know, like in the harem animes, like the one girl that's really quiet and really logical and doesn't really express herself until like she finds out that she cares for the main character, and then she starts doing like expressive stuff. He's like that without the whole kind of like comedy aspect to it. Like, he's quiet and reserved and calm and collected, but it's because, you know, there's something to him that's like his background that you really like. I don't want to spoil because it's actually quite cool. And I just enjoy how he grows as a person. He does this whole kind of like Komi can't communicate type of thing, where he like tries his best to connect with others. And I thought that was really good. I really did enjoy it. There's a few other characters here. There's like Tendo, who is the secondary female character. And she's basically like the love expert of the group. And she's kind of like the main female support character. She helps out Kawayanagi when he needs something to help him with Haru. And Haru and her are best friends, and they develop this like very close, very tight-knit relationship with each other that, you know, Haru had never experienced before. And I really did love how they interacted. Then there's also Chris, which is basically Kawayanagi's love rival at the beginning, but he ends up being like just a funny character. It kind of reminds me of Aoyama from My Hero Academia. And I really enjoy the secondary love relationship thing that happens between, you know, Chris and Tendo. So that's really cool as well. And then there's Jiya, which is the butler. And he's kind of like really mean to Haru in like a funny way. And I thought that was really cool. Well, it's not really cool because it's kind of mean, but like it's funny, and it adds a little bit of levity between all of these kind of like serious romantic moments to kind of have like something ridiculous. It's a very funny kind of like what's that classic Japanese comedy, like the straight man bit where it's like one person's crazy and the other one is really normal, and they kind of have like this whole thing where like the normal person's like, oh, what the hell, and that's like the funny moment. Thought it was really good. There's also Haru's little sister Aki, and I really enjoy her as a character. She's just really funny and really interesting. I really enjoy the deep familial bonds that happen between Aki and Haru, and how it all develops very, deeply. It's very cool. I really like all the characters here are just really nice. In a way that is surprising to me because it is a 4-koma. Now, this is because I don't have any experience with 4-komas. It might be that 4-komas are just usually like this, and I just wasn't expecting it. But it is really interesting how you feel like there's so much development where, like, you're only reading tiny bits of information every time. So I thought it was really cool. But yeah, fun interaction between everyone that really just like brought a smile to my face most of the time, and I just really enjoyed it. World building wise, really there's nothing much. There's a bit of world building that is necessary in order to kind of place the characters in certain ways. Like Kaiwanagi has a specific amount of world building tied to him as an individual that kind of has to do with the wider world. Haru has something as well because, she's a young heiress to a fortune company. And, there's a little bit here and there about Japanese culture and stuff, but really nothing crazy. Just like very, very basic. It's all more about setting up the general school area so that the kids can have the playground in which they're going to have their romantic drama ensue, right? Art-wise, it's good. It's like that really funky style that Coolkyousinnjya has, where it's like almost proportionately accurate, but odd in a very stylized way. But I thought, originally when I first got into it, I thought it was really odd. But now that I've read more of his works, I think that it's perfectly fitting for the type of stuff that he wants to do. It's like this very, very cute kind of almost odd style of art that I just think really fits with his storytelling and the way that he develops his characters and his plotline. So I thought that was really good. The art here is always super cute, and I really did enjoy that a lot. Fanservice wise, I don't really think there was any. I think there was at one point they were taking a bath or something like that, but it was literally one panel, so I wouldn't really say that that's fanservice-y at all. There's quite a bit of fluff. That's another fan fiction term, but basically there's a lot of stuff here that just makes you go oh, oh, this is so cute kind of thing. And I really did enjoy that. It's not really fan service, but it kind of is fan service in a way. It's the sort of thing that just really appeals to the fans of, the genre and stuff. And it's just so cute and so enjoyable. I mean, it's just really nice. Now, rating wise, I think this is a 4 out of 5. This is a great, enjoyable tale. It's nothing particularly crazy. If I was rating this purely on the story elements, this would not be a 4. This would be a 3. But because I'm judging it more than on just that, I'm judging it on how I felt about it. I'm judging it on how the art was, affecting me and stuff like that. I think this definitely deserves a 4. It was really enjoyable. It was very relaxing, and overall, it was just super lovable, and I think that's super cool. It was super good. I really did enjoy it. If you like stuff by Coolkyousinnjya and you want to try something that really isn't heavy on the fan service or the monster girls, this is really the only option, but it's also one that I think is perfectly good at what it does, and it's super nice. So, do I recommend this title? Yes, I think it's a wonderful thing. I think everyone should read it. It's very cute. And, as far as I understand it, it might not be easy to buy, but if you can find it, I definitely recommend that you check it out. It's super cute. I really did enjoy it a lot. Now, similar titles, I'm not really sure. I don't think I've read any kind of a rom-com, because I haven't read many, that really is similar to this. exactly. But, you know, if you enjoy rom-coms, this will probably feel pretty similar to you. And I would recommend that, you know, if you like rom-coms, you should check this out anyways, because I think it'll be pretty good in terms of, like, enjoyment. But if you like Coolkyousinnjya, I think this is a cool, you know, pair of books to collect from him. So, yeah. But that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And please let me know what you thought about Ojojojo down below, or the review, or anything else that you want to tell me. I really do appreciate everyone that watches and everyone that comments. Thank you guys so much. You guys make, you know, making YouTube videos and doing this stuff really worth the while. So thank you guys so much once again, and see you guys later.